What's happening, everybody? It's Coach coming back at you. 13 days from my consult with the doctors up at Cedars. I'm really anxious to get this going. And I just want to say thank you to many of you that I've been talking with about this process coming up. I have a multitude of questions for the doctor. Thanks to you guys about everything that's coming up with the weight loss surgery. But those in particular, those who've had the LVAD, like I have one, the big thank you to you guys because it's been very, very helpful. And I'm even coming up with more questions to think about it. Just want to put this out there for you guys who don't know about my situation. I have an LVAD. I suffer from congestive heart failure. And some of you guys are probably trying to figure out what the heck is an LVAD. Well, an LVAD is a left ventricular assist device. And some years back, because of an eye appointment, my ophthalmologist, she's very good. She discovered that looking through my eyes that for somehow in some way, I must have been suffering from sleep apnea, which led to me seeing my family doctor who referred me to get a sleep study and found out I did suffer from sleep apnea. Fast forward a couple of years, they detected that I was having a heart issue of some sort. Went to go see a cardiologist who deemed that, congestive heart failure, I have it and I need to get this taken care of. So he implanted a pacemaker. That was 6 years ago. Everything's going good. Everything's going fine. And then a few years later, I had to get a second one. And the problem that I was having was, I'm sluggish when I'm walking. I'm just tired all the time. Couldn't lay flat when I was sleeping, so I had to sit up. They ended up giving me a BiPAP machine. That helped a little bit. Everything was doing fine. And then I'm getting a water gain coming back into my system again. My ankles are swelling. The liquid is surrounding my heart. And I didn't know the severity of it until one day, which was a few years, literally about 2.5 years ago, I had to get my second one. But the reason for the second one is because the one ER visit I had to get the water off me, they drained 9 liters of fluid from around my heart. Yeah, let that sink in. 9 liters. No joke. It felt much better getting that off me. I was finally able to walk around. But the doctor had stated if something keeps going with this, I may end up needing a heart transplant. And lo and behold, just a few months later, I'm back at work, moving slow, can't understand what's going on. At times when I was walking maybe even 30 feet, it felt as if I was walking 3 miles. It was that bad. So they sent me to the team up at Cedars, Senior Side Eye up in Beverly Hills. And let me tell you, this team went to work on me. And all the tests and scans and x-rays and ultrasounds and you name it, they did it. They determined that the cardiologist that we spoke with sat me and my wife down in the room. And you normally, when you get to sit down, you kind of tell yourself this is not going to be good news. And he pretty much stated that if I don't get this heart situation taken care of quickly, I literally could have less than 2 months to live. Obviously, that's something nobody wants to hear at all, no matter who you are. So I'm not one that's, I don't feel sorry for myself. Not, oh, woe is me. Why is this happening to me? Why me? I'm not that type of person. I've never been that way. I'm not wired that way. And, of course, my wife, she's distraught, and it's hit me a little bit, obviously. But without batting an eye, the first words out my mouth back to the doctor, okay, what's the plan? Because I want to get going on this. And he said, well, there's 2 things that can help you. First is getting a heart transplant. And unfortunately, with the weight I'm at right now, I am not qualified to get one because I need to get my weight down in order to get on the list to get a heart. But since that wasn't an option, option two was getting this LVAD that I discussed. And what it was about my heart, reason why I would need it, my left ventricle. Um, Everybody's left ventricle, it pumps the blood, comes through there, goes through your aorta and feeds the rest of your body. But as it pumps, it should be pumping a normal heart 50 to 75% of your blood. Mine was only pumping 5 to 10%. Yeah, bad. So that's what he suggested, having the LVAD, because the LVAD is just simply the pump is inserted and surgically implanted into your left ventricle. There is a tube that comes from that feeds into your aorta for the blood to flow through, that can feed the rest of your body. And there's also a power cord, a connection from there that comes through is surgically put there, and then they had a surgically opening for the drive line to come through my abdomen, and that's connected to another part of the drive line that's connected to a control unit, and that control unit is being run by two batteries. It can be in a like a sling of some sort. It can be put in a bag. It can be in a special backpack, or some people have used five-pack pocket football girdle, old school football girdle, and carry that around. And for a while, you listening to all this stuff that, the doctors tell you what you can do and how to adjust to the LVAD, and it was quite interesting to say the least. The surgery occurred in April of 2021 during COVID. And that was another task, but I'm not even going to go into that again. But the timing is everything, because, the doctor, when he mentioned the surgery to me and my wife, I had pretty much said, okay, let's do it. And he told me, well, maybe you want to wait a couple of months, just to talk, well, rather go and discuss it. And I look right back at him. I said, well, you just told me I may not have two months. So let's go. So, like I said, all that led up to the surgery. Surgery happened. But during the surgery, and this is nothing but God, the surgeon is inside my heart, and he sees two blood clots in my heart. Yeah, this is some serious stuff. And I'm so thankful the doctor, put that idea to me, because some people decide not to have an LVAD. And, it's a risk no matter what you do. It's always a risk in any decision when it comes to the heart. But I was thankful, had the surgery, lasted several hours. I was in the hospital for about 23, 24 days. Came home, recovered, everything's good. I'm doing fine, as you see. And came home at about 265. Now I was 301 going in, come out 265. And pretty much I need to get my BMI at the time of surgery was 48. I need to get to a 30, which puts me at around 230 pounds. I'm at 260. I'm less than 30. I'm less than 40 pounds away. And it was kind of weird when I came home, because, about a week after home, I was finally able to really get my bearings about how to maneuver coming up and down the stairs, and, putting on some clothes that I couldn't fit for years. And it was kind of weird. And I realized when and I couldn't take a bath or a shower at the time. I could only do like a bird bath. But what was so weird is that I'm looking at my stomach, and it's smaller, and I see a little bit of skin that's sagging. And I'm like, oh, interesting. This is cool. And I saw that, and then it hit me, and maybe y'all can, I'm going to be real. I want y'all to keep it real too. I have clothes in my closet that I keep telling myself, I'm going to get back in that. I'm gonna get back in that. I'm not gonna throw. I'm gonna just keep it. Well, guess what I did? I tried on those clothes that I knew I was too big for. Fit perfectly. I like, oh damn, I'm on it. Let's go. Let's go. Let's go. I'm like a kid in the candy store. I was so happy. And of course, during this entire time, I'm still having that delicate balance of medication that I have. And let me tell you, I'm taking a multitude of medications for my heart. And they've changed over time, which means I still have to balance the food portions and how much and what type of food I'm having. Now, of course, you're in the hospital, you're going to get what they give you. And if you're in a great hospital with a great kitchen staff, the food can be great. If you're in some other hospitals, man, the flavor ain't there. But there's a reason for that, obviously. But just, to hear a bad rap on hospital food ain't good. Ain't good. But hey, I was in the military, so hey, the food we had there on the flight line, working in the middle of nowhere, them MREs, you dealt with it. But I will say some of those MREs taste better than some of the hospital food. But I ain't gonna go there. I ain't gonna go there. So I'm working with my balance of food here as far as what to cook, how to cook it, and all that stuff. And you get all these pamphlets on how to season it and everything, because I can't have too much salted food. Pretty much it was no salt for a while, good while. I mean, I got more Mrs. Dash stuff in my cabinet is ridiculous. But you can also put other seasonings with it, spices to enhance the taste. But it still comes back to the point of portions. And of course, I'm back home. My portions started off just like the hospital stated. Then they got a little bigger, a little bigger, a little bigger. And I didn't get too crazy. I still had to monitor myself, knowing I still had this going on. But over time, and you're not paying too much attention, and there's some other times where, you get knocked off course where your weight is going back up. Now, mind you, the one thing I do vividly remember from what the doctor had told us was that, this LVAD, it does not improve the heart, does not fix it. It just helps it operate, just keeps pumping the blood. That's its job. And I had a very massive, oversized heart at the time when the surgery would happen. But I can still get the same symptoms I had before, as far as, being lethargic, being, not too comfortable in moving. Sometimes I just wanted to sit and rest, because I still have congestive heart failure. I still need a heart transplant. So I had to mind all that stuff. So this is over a year, and I see the weight coming up, and I'm kind of getting ticked off myself. Doing cardiac rehab, I'm able to walk and long distances, and it's not bothering me, but I still see the weight going up. And before you know it, I'm back nearly where I started, and I am pissed with myself. I'm just upset. And it got to the point where you can have, I had this vision of, and this came from looking at a lot of my pictures that I've taken since I've been home. And since that point when I got in those jeans and where I'm at now, and I'm looking at the pictures and I'm not happy with myself. I'm pissed off. And being a football coach, we tell our incoming freshmen, trust the process. Trust the process. We'll get you where you need to be. And sometimes as a coach, sometimes as a manager, sometimes as a CEO, we all have to listen to our own words. And that's what I need to do. Trust the process. I got away from it. I was undisciplined. Talking to myself. And it may be a point that some of you guys are kind of agreeing to yourself as well. But I'm just keeping it real. This is just, it's a way of life. And, we all get into certain habits of everyday life. And you know, we're a creature of habits. You know, we're formed by that, and habits can either help you or they can hurt you. And my whole thing right now is to make this habit transformation into a better life transformation. And that's only going to come from me being disciplined up here. Because this is where it all starts. Doesn't start from the walking, doesn't start from the running, doesn't start with, as far as anything else physically. It all starts here mentally. If you don't have it up here, how to control your eating, how to monitor your eating, how to be disciplined your eating, you can do all that weight loss surgery and go right back to this and waste it all. So I'm doing this for me, but the main reason, the absolute number one reason why I'm doing this is I see a lot of videos out there, YouTube videos, Instagram posts of people who had LVAD surgeries and those who had weight loss surgery. But I have never seen anyone that has an LVAD that had the weight loss surgery. Now, I've talked to those who've had it, but I've never seen a video documentation of it. And that's my goal. I figure I'm a forward thinker. And I know for a fact I'm not the first, and I damn sure ain't going to be the last. So there's going to be somebody else coming into this situation behind me, and I want to be able to leave a blueprint for them to follow. Because let me tell you, I've been looking and looking and looking. It's hard to find. Now, I'll say this much. Women, you guys are doing wonderful. Men too, don't get me wrong. But I just want to put this towards the women first. You have no fear when it comes to telling your testimony. I mean, it is an absolute joy to see what you ladies are doing. It's not only inspiring to ladies, but it's inspiring to men as well. And I know this thing isn't for everybody. I've seen some people who have issues with the surgery after the fact, and I get that everybody's gonna have a different type of experience. Everybody does. But as far as the women, you guys are boom, 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 putting it out there. And it's like, man, look at this, what she's doing. Man, she looks good. And whoa, she did this and she's down here. And I mean, you're talking from years ago to a year ago to a few months ago to last week. It's just a joy to see how you ladies are progressing. And men, now the thing about the men, we don't have as many videos as the women do. We just don't. And I don't know why that is. Maybe it's just, me as a man, and I can't speak for all men. I'm a man, but I ain't going to speak for all of them. I don't know why, but it's hard to find. And I guess that's the biggest reason why I'm doing this. But in more particular, I'm doing this because of me having an LVAD that's going to have the weight loss surgery. And for me, and I'm talking about just for me, I want to gauge myself of how men have been as far as their experience and what they've gone through more than the women. And I only say that because we all know women lose weight more differently than men do. We have similarities. I'm seeing all the similarities, but just overall, there's some things you guys go through and there's some things we go through. And I'm not knocking anything or anybody is doing. I'm still going to shout for you. I'm still going to cheer for you. I'm still going to holler for you. I'm still going to pray for you. Keep that going. I'm just saying for me, I'm kind of gauging myself off what I'm watching other men do, if that kind of makes sense. I just wanted to, I'm kind of, for me, like I said, I'm a kid in a candy store, kind of excited to get this going and putting this out there for them. And the good thing is I talked to the staff up at Steeders and I told them what I'm doing with this. because I'm kind of making my life story, so to speak, and they're on board with it. They want to help me with it, so I'm going to be talking with their what you call it, their not the media staff, but um I don't know why I'm drawing blanks with the word I'm trying to find. Anyway, let me get back to this point. So the whole purpose is to, put this out there for everybody, because this isn't for me. This is not for me. I mean, this is more than about me. It's about many others that's going to come through this situation. And I want this to be uplifting and to be a blessing to everybody that looks at this. And, that's my goal. And, I'm excited for this ride. I'm waiting on it to happen, because my ultimate goal in doing all of this, I want this and this gone. Reason why? Because I want to get back into the swimming pool. That's the whole key. This LVAD prevents me from going there because, well, for one, the batteries can't get wet. There's other things I can't do with this LVAD. I can't take clothes out the dryer. And I also can't vacuum floors, because static electricity wipes this out. Yeah, it's that sensitive. It's so sensitive. So I have to be careful in certain things I do. So it's pray for me. I'm gonna pray for you. Cheer for me. I'm gonna keep cheering for you. But let's continue to be there for everybody. I mean, you guys now are like another part of my family, and I'm enjoying the reunions that I see every day. It's just gonna be a joy. And let me put this out there too. Anybody in Southern California region, I'm in South Orange County. I would love to be able to sit and chat with you guys over a simple lunch or breakfast or something, or somehow in some way, maybe groups throughout the nation can find others that are near your area, and you guys can kind of meet up for just a fun meet and greet, whether it be at a park or a simple restaurant or whatever, skating rink, wherever, bowling alley. Just thoughts. I'm putting it out there. So, hey, family, like I said, you're going to see many more videos coming from me. So, let's have fun with this. I'm going to keep you posted, let you know how I'm doing. And some of you guys probably saw me this morning. I did get my walk in. So that's something I'm doing on my own. So I'm getting my list together as far as more stuff I need to shop. And I ain't trying to buy too much because I can't handle the protein shakes yet. I got to find something different. Just milk and ice cream and stuff of that nature, because all the heart medication I've been on kind of makes me gag. And I'm working on that. So I'm still taking in all your tips and everything that's been working for you guys, and I'm going to try it out. So till then, you guys will probably hit me next time will be day of my console. Day I'm waiting on. Love you guys. Peace.